Today we're taking a look at these CFB matches, which are happening on Thursday, October 20th, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. In the ACC, the Cavaliers are still searching for a win after losing on the road to Syracuse 22-20, Duke 38-17, and 34-17 at home to Louisville. Virginia jumped out to a 10-0 lead after the first quarter against Louisville, but got outscored 34-7 the rest of the way and outgained 473-319 in total yards for the game. On the season, the Cavaliers are 122nd, averaging only 17.8 ppg, and 93rd with 361.3 total yards. The offense is led by quarterback Brennan Armstrong, who has completed 55% of his passes for 1,363 yards, with 5 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. He has also added 195 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns. The production is a significant drop-off for Armstrong, who completed 65.2% of his passes for 31 touchdowns, with 10 interceptions and 4,449 yards last season, to go along with 9 touchdowns and 251 yards. After starting the season 1-3, the head coach of the Yellow Jackets, Jeff Collins, was fired. Since the departure of Collins, Georgia Tech has now won back-to-back games, beating Pittsburgh 26-21 on the road and Duke 23-20 in overtime at home. Georgia Tech did lose the season opener 41-10 to Clemson on September 5th and is now 2-1 in the conference. In non-conference play, the Yellow Jackets beat Western Carolina 35-17 but lost to Ole Miss 42-20 and UCF 27-10. The Yellow Jackets have struggled on offense, ranking 112th with 332 total yards per game and 124th with 17.3 ppg. Quarterback Jeff Sims has completed 58.8% of his passes for 1,068 yards, with 5 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He is also second on the team with 301 rushing yards. On defense, Georgia Tech is 81st in the nation, allowing 392.5 yards per game and 76th, allowing 28 ppg. The Yellow Jackets have seemed to have found new life under interim coach Brent Key, winning outright as a 21.5-point dog against Pitt and as a 3.5-point dog to Duke. Even in the 3 losses this season, the Yellow Jackets don't have much to be ashamed of as they fell to Clemson, Mississippi, and UCF. Virginia hasn't been able to catch momentum at any point of the season and is 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 games. I will have to ride with Georgia Tech here. Our team pick is Georgia Tech -3 points. Troy vs South Alabama. The Trojans utilized 2 quarterbacks in the game, as both Gunnar Watson and Jarrett Doge saw extended time in the game. Watson went 12 of 22 for 240 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception in the game. Doge, for the second consecutive week, came off the bench in the 4th quarter and led the Trojans to victory. Doge went 4 of 6 for 46 yards, including the game-winning touchdown pass to Rahi Johnson early in the 4th quarter. Troy complied 465 yards of total offense, including 299 through the air, and averaged 6.5 yards per play. They had 1 turnover in the game with a Watson interception. The Trojans' defense was led by linebacker Carlton Martial, who had 11 tackles. Martial is just 41 tackles away from setting the all-time FBS record for tackles in a career. The defense held Texas State to 86 yards on 28 carries. They have now held the opposition under 100 yards rushing in 5 out of their 6 games this season. They didn't generate any turnovers, but did hold Texas State to under 300 yards of total offense. Quarterback Carter Bradley went 25 of 33 with 3 touchdowns and a school record 420 yards. South Alabama also had 3 different receivers gain over 100 yards. Devin Voisin had 141 yards on 7 catches. Colin Lacey set a school single-game record with 12 receptions for 133 yards receiving, and Jalen Wayne had 5 catches for 127 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Trojans' offense accumulated 615 total yards of offense for an average of 8.3 yards per play. On the defensive side of the ball, South Alabama allowed 438 yards of total offense at 7.6 yards per play. They had 1 interception on the day. The defense garnered 2 sacks in the game, but did not garner any other tackles for loss. South Alabama has had an outstanding season led by an opportunistic defense and a high-powered passing game. The Jaguars are 30th in the country in scoring offense through their first 6 games. They are ranked 55th in rushing offense and a more impressive 22nd in passing offense. South Alabama, like the Trojans, have been inefficient in the red zone, with an efficiency ranking of just 94th in the nation. They have been effective hanging onto the ball and causing turnovers, with the nation's 8th-ranked turnover differential. On the defensive side of the ball, the Jags have the 44th-ranked scoring defense thus far this season. They are 12th in the country against the run and 82nd against the pass. On the defensive side of the ball, the Jaguars are ranked 40th in red zone efficiency. The Jaguars are undefeated in the conference thus far and bring their high-powered passing attack against the Trojans' defense. It should be a battle of 2 very good offense, as the Trojans have the 27th most productive passing offense up against the Jags' 82nd ranked passing defense. South Alabama is a perfect 3-0 at home this year, while the Trojans are a perfect 3-0 ATS on the road. The difference in the game will be the Jaguars' ability to cause turnovers. While South Alabama sits at an impressive 8th in the country in turnover differential, Troy is just 63rd. The Jags are 6-1 ATS at home in their last 7 games as well. I expect a fast-paced defensive showdown that will be won by the Jags going away, thanks to a few turnovers that will go their way. Also, the favorite is 4-0 ATS in their last 4 meetings. Our team pick is South Florida minus 3.5 points. The Troy Trojans have been doing well to begin the season and need to figure things out, as junior quarterback Gunnar Watson has been struggling. He is sitting with an average 50.4 QBR so far and has thrown 6 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. As their team loves to drop back, they are 16th in the nation with 312.7 passing yards per game, but are only scoring 24.3 points per game right now. Both teams have been kicking extremely well, as senior place kicker Brooks Buse is 10-for-11 on field goal attempts and 20-for-20 on extra points for the Trojans, while junior place locker Diego Guajardo is 9-for-9 on field goals and 25-for-26 on extra point kicks for the Jaguars. That means both teams are not afraid to send the kickers out, as they are able to hit it, so the special teams units will be ready to attack. The defenses in their respective winning streaks have shown the ability to not allow points, as Troy is allowing 14.5 points in their previous 4 games, while South Alabama is giving up 21.7 points in their last 3 games. The under has hit when these teams have faced off against each other, as it is 5-1 in their previous 8 games versus one another, so go with the under as the best play in this game. Our total pick is under 48.5 points.